T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. People are interested in this figure and I want to get my opinions out there. So I uploaded a video earlier today. Make sure you check that out. My T-Man's Fig Hunt #2. I don't like when I upload more than one video in a day because the other one might get missed. But anywho, here this guy is. McFarlane's Superman, one of his first Supermen. He put out like 2 or 3 in the first wave. But comes with this card right here. It shows you that this Superman is based on his Action Comics 1000 appearance right there. He's supposed to be 6'3". It's a 7-inch action figure. The box is good quality, but I know I'm not going to be keeping it. Besides that, he comes with this open palm hand or graspy hand. You can put weapons or anything you would like in there. You should be able to hold whatever. But it has a trigger finger, which is weird for Superman. And he comes with 1 fist. Admittedly, I wish he came with 2 fists in these hands right there. And maybe laser eye beams or something like that. But let's get you a look at the stand. It says DC right there, has a peg right there. It's a normal stand size peg right there. This closes and opens and lowers this way and that way. Now, it's not the thickest plastic, so I would be careful. You can rotate it this way because the clamp goes in both directions, even though it's ratcheted. I might be breaking it by doing this. I don't know, but I'm showing you the options. And yes, this does slide off if you don't want that. Superman himself. Definitely love this sculpted logo right there, or his S on his chest, and it's reflective or metallic paint or whatnot. The face looks definitely nice. Now, to an extent, because of the makeup they put on there, he has like rosy cheeks and whatnot. They did put paint detail up in that eye area. And if I didn't have these lights shining bright on there, he kind of looks like maybe he hasn't had sleep in a while. That's my only gripe as far as any of the paint. But the sculpting is awesome. And they even put like blue in the hair to give it that comic book look. And the curl is a separate piece. Isn't that cool? But yeah, the paint is mostly good all over, but there is some blue rub on his Caucasian skin right there. And if I look super hard, there is like some chips in the paint right there. But other than that, the thing is mostly good. I like the sculpt of the cape. I'm used to him having the logo on the back as well. I don't know if that's how it looks in the comic, but there you go with that. It is sculpted to his back to keep that shape so it doesn't like flail all around crazily. And I like, if I could freeze it like this, that's a good look. Let's let you see the suit up close. There are textures and whatnot in the side of the suit. And he does have like seams in it in certain areas. When you bend, here's what the elbow looks like. When you bend it, they do have like the elbow pad look right there sculpted in. I think some of that is ratchet, but I like that they sculpt that in. It makes it look a little bit more natural. The universal joints in the wrist. On the one side, you do have like that connector thing right there. So when you're making your poses, I guess if you don't want to see that, you could flip it around this way. Same things for the ankle. You could decide on which way you want to see that joint right there. The yellow paint right here, I don't know. That could have been better, I guess. You could see the red kind of behind that. Let's let you see his butt. You can see they put like a seam sculpt right there. Make sure you see the boots. Now let's get into the articulation. The head is on what I believe is a double ball post. They eliminated that bottom of the neck articulation that some of their other figures have, but you can get that much up. It comes down a little bit, so I'm gonna say it stays there. That is a good amount of up. I don't know if people can actually look up higher than that in real life. I guess you could. It looks that much down. Can tilt and whatnot. Of course, rotate. One problem that you may have when you tilt the head, you can see into the neck, and it does have like a blue post in there. And that post is strong. I've been doing all types of craziness trying to see the extent of the articulation. It must be a ball at the top, or I am flexing the hell out of that, but I don't care. So that's how high I can get it when I push it all the way down. It has the same ball post shoulders that most of the other McFarlane Toys figures have, so you can do all this up and down and wiggle and come inward about that much. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbows as you saw, and universal wrists as you saw. The upper diaphragm, which, by the way, in all the pictures and videos I've seen, it bothered me, but in person, not so much. I just get the poses I want, and I'm happy. But that can tilt that way, back, forward. Then you use the lower one, which is a ball post going up into his body, and you can tilt even more. And this too, I've been bending the hell out of that. It doesn't show his back, and I haven't had any problems as far as breakage and whatnot doing all that, and it hasn't snapped in half. Like with the Mortal Kombat Scorpion, when I do anything like this and put any pressure to get it as far as I want to get it, he will pop in half. It won't break, but it'll pop off the ball joint. Same leg articulation as the other McFarlanes. Like, this is the one main gripe I have. You don't get a lot of thigh swivel out of this joint right there. I wish that they fixed this. I know he wants to keep the sculpt of the hips, but there has to be some type of compromise. Maybe have this not go all the way up into the underwear, but like halfway in that joint be visible at the top, and so you can get more swivel out of that. Here is the knee bend right there. No boot swivel, and universal ankle, so you can get all types of crazy ankle pivot and a toe joint. The toe joints are stiffer than some of the other figures, so that's good. Here's as wide a stance possible with both feet flat on the floor. Hand replacements. The hand is soft, comes right off. Long peg, maybe comes off too easy. I mean, they don't just fall off while you're playing with it, but they do come off very easy, which is a good thing. So I'm happy they went with softer hands. And I forgot to mention the head is actually a more pliable, soft material as well, so it doesn't get in the way of articulation. So they're trying to learn. Whatever materials they're using for this guy, I hope they're using for the newer Mortal Kombat figures, because the previous Mortal Kombat figures are using very hard materials, and messing with the hands and stuff is like very difficult. You can't open the hands up when you want to put the weapons in there, and their heads are stiff. Yeah, it's super hard to maneuver them. But this one feels more in line with like Storm Collectibles a little tiny bit. Here he is next to some other 7-inch scales figures, and Kratos is oversized. I'm sorry, NECA. Kratos is supposed to be 6'6". Superman here is 6'3". But Kratos is a big figure no matter what line you put him next to. Here's a Mezco and the Marvel Legends. Depending on how tall you want him to be, he might be able to fit in. Alright, finally, I found this daggone DC Collectibles Arkham Knight Batman. And while you're waiting for McFarlane to make villains, here's some options right there. Or there is an option right there. I like them. Could it have been better? Yes. It still has those ankle joints where the ankles are actually stiff enough to support him and whatnot, but getting the ankle in the sweet spot while he's standing up because of the ratchets, it's difficult to find that sweet spot. So you'll end up with it clicked too far forward or too far back. Then you have to play around with rotating the friggin' ankles. Like I was saying, you can rotate this part, the circular part, out or in. I think they want them to be out. So you got to mess around with that a lot to get them standing straight up. I wish the neck articulation was better. Like, they're getting there, but if it was more ranged to look up a little bit more, that would be good. I guess they look at that and think, yeah, that's good enough. I mean, you can still do this and have him flying forward by arching his back, which sometimes he is drawn flying like that. So you can still get him into a good pose. So can't complain too much about that. So yeah, fix the hips. The complaints I made about the hips. Fix the neck, I guess. And change up the ratchet system in the ankles. And I'll be good. I guess he could have double jointed elbows. I've seen the NECA Superman, and that has a good sculpt and double jointed elbows. So that's something that could happen in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. But I like them, and I can recommend them myself personally. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.